Across Africa, a new wave of hope is surging, carried by the dreams of its youth. Among these inspiring figures stands Captain Ibrahim Traore, a name that resonates deeply with young Africans. His journey, marked by resilience and a deep love for Burkina Faso, captivates a generation eager for change. From the busy streets of Ouagadougou to the heart of the countryside, Captain Traore's name is on everyone's lips. His appeal to young people comes from his vision of a prosperous Africa, independent and free from neo-colonialism. This video explores Captain Traore's influence and his impact on millions of people across Africa. Ibrahim Traore's journey was forged amidst the harsh realities of a nation in crisis. Born in 1988, his formative years coincided with deep unrest in Burkina Faso. Unlike many, he chose to serve his nation, joining the army and fighting for stability and security. In 2022, Captain Traore was deeply involved in the fight against the insurgency. The year proved to be crucial, with Burkina Faso facing devastating attacks, eroding public trust in the government. On September 30th, 2022, a coup d'etat propelled Traore into the national spotlight, aligning with a population seeking hope. Traore's rise created a sense of déjà vu, reminiscent of the Thomas Sankara era. Both came from the army, driven by the belief that radical action was needed to lift Burkina Faso out of corruption and poverty. Traore's early speeches echoed Sankara's ideals, resonating with those who yearned for a return to transformative principles. As interim president, Traore directly addressed the people's concerns. He committed to prioritizing national security and economic independence, promoting local industries, and investing in education and healthcare. His commitment to good governance and transparency stood in stark contrast to previous administrations. Traore's rise coincided with a growing awareness of the lasting effects of neocolonialism. He openly challenged the neocolonial order, advocating for economic sovereignty and autonomy for Africa. His bold stance resonated with those who longed for a leader willing to speak truth to power. Traore connected with the struggles of ordinary people, speaking with empathy and understanding. He prioritized basic needs over extravagant projects, reaching a population used to being ignored. His direct engagement with people from all walks of life solidified his image as a caring leader. Traore envisioned a future where African nations would work together to address common challenges. He prioritized strengthening bilateral relationships and deepening engagement with regional blocs. This emphasis on Pan-Africanism offered hope for a more united and prosperous Africa. Ibrahim Traore's vision for Burkina Faso and Africa went way beyond just fixing problems like safety and poverty. He saw a future where Africa was in charge of its own path, where people could use their creativity, smarts, and many resources to build a better tomorrow. At the heart of this vision was a belief in the power of self-reliance. Traore understood that real independence meant breaking free from needing help from other countries and outside groups. He pushed for investing in education, technology, and new ideas to find local solutions to African problems. He encouraged people to start businesses, especially young people, seeing this as a key to growing the economy and standing on their own 2 feet. Traore's message resonated with a generation eager to seize the opportunities of the 21st century. The old story of Africa as a place only known for poverty, fighting, and needing help was giving way to a new story of hope, resilience, and tons of potential. Young Africans, empowered by technology, connection, and a growing sense of being Pan-African, were no longer content to just receive aid or be pawns in global politics. While knowing there was a lot of work to be done, Traore stayed positive about Africa's future. His strong belief in the power of the human spirit, especially the energy and idealism of the continent's young people, fueled his drive to forge a new path for Burkina Faso and inspire others to do the same. The road to a truly independent and successful Africa would be long and tough, but with leaders like Ibrahim Traore at the helm, the destination seemed closer than ever. One of the most remarkable aspects of Ibrahim Traore's leadership is his incredible ability to connect with the everyday realities of the Burkinabe people, especially the youth. Unlike many leaders who remain confined to the halls of power, Traore has a deep understanding of the hopes, dreams, and frustrations that fill the streets of Ouagadougou and extend to the most remote villages. His education, far from the privileges often associated with positions of authority, instilled in him a deep sense of empathy and a profound respect for the resilience of ordinary people. This is evident in his interactions, where he sheds the trappings of his office and engages with citizens as equals, listening carefully to their concerns, sharing their joys, and offering words of encouragement in the face of hardship. This approachability, which contrasts sharply with the detachment often associated with those in power, has won over a population used to being ignored or patronized by its leaders. He speaks their language, both literally and figuratively, using simple and direct phrases that resonate with their lived experiences. His speeches, devoid of pompous rhetoric or empty promises, address the issues that matter most to them: access to education, job opportunities, affordable healthcare, and a future free from the fear of violence. Traore's leadership style transcends mere political maneuvering. It embodies a genuine desire to serve the people, to be a voice for the voiceless, and to build a Burkina Faso where everyone, regardless of their background or social status, has the opportunity to thrive. This unwavering commitment to the well-being of his people, especially the youth who represent the future of the nation, has solidified his status as a true man of the people. A leader who understands that true power lies not in the exercise of authority, but in the empowerment of others. On a continent where the median age is only 19, Ibrahim Traore's youth isn't just a biographical detail. It's a source of deep symbolism and a key factor in his widespread appeal. At a time when many young Africans feel disillusioned by the slow pace of progress and the perceived gap between their aspirations and the realities of governance, Traore represents a break from the past, a beacon of hope for a future where their voices will be heard and where their dreams have room to flourish. Traore's youth resonates with a generation that has come of age in a world grappling with complex challenges such as climate change, rapid technological advancements, and a globalized economy that often seems to prioritize profit over people. They see in him a leader who understands their anxieties, their desire for change, and their belief that a different kind of future is possible. A future where Africa takes its rightful place on the world stage. His ability to bridge the generational divide doesn't come from pandering to youthful trends, but from a genuine understanding of the issues that matter most to young Africans. He speaks their language, both literally and figuratively, using social media platforms to engage directly with citizens, address their concerns, and solicit their input on policy matters. This open and transparent approach to governance, which stands in stark contrast to the opaque decision-making processes of the past, has fostered a sense of trust and optimism among a generation accustomed to being excluded from the political process. Traore's leadership represents a changing of the guard, a shift in power dynamics that recognizes the vital role young people must play in shaping Africa's future. His message resonates deeply with a generation eager to take control of its destiny, to build a continent that reflects its values, and to create a world where its voices are not just heard, but amplified. In today's interconnected world, the court of public opinion extends far beyond traditional media and enters the digital realm of social media. It's here, in the virtual public squares of Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, that Ibrahim Traore's message finds a particularly receptive audience, amplified and spread by a generation fluent in the language of hashtags, viral videos, and online activism. Traore's appeal to young Africans is undeniable in the digital sphere. His statements against neocolonialism, his commitment to Pan-African unity, and his efforts to address the everyday concerns of ordinary people resonate deeply with a generation eager for authentic leadership and a better future for the continent. Social media platforms have become virtual echo chambers where young Africans share news articles praising Traore's bold stance against foreign exploitation, clips of his speeches garnering millions of views, and fan-created artwork portraying him as a symbol of hope. The hashtag #Traore Revolution, which often accompanies these expressions of support, reflects the growing belief that his leadership represents a watershed moment, a turning point in the struggle for a more just and equitable Africa. The organic nature of this online support, fueled not by government propaganda, but by the genuine enthusiasm of individuals who see in Traore a reflection of their own aspirations, speaks volumes about his impact. It's a testament to his ability to connect with young people on their own terms, using their language, embracing their communication tools, and demonstrating a willingness to listen to their concerns and incorporate their ideas. The rise of Ibrahim Traore as a symbol of hope for a generation goes beyond simple admiration. It has ignited a spark of activism, a belief that they too can be agents of change in their own communities and across the continent. His leadership, marked by a commitment to action rather than empty words, serves as a powerful reminder that true transformation requires active participation, not passive observation. Across Africa, young people are drawing inspiration from Traore's example, organizing around issues they are passionate about and holding their leaders accountable. Student groups are mobilizing for quality education and increased investment in research and innovation. Budding entrepreneurs are creating businesses that address local challenges and contribute to a more self-reliant Africa. Artists and musicians are using their creative platforms to amplify messages of unity, resilience, and Pan-African solidarity. This wave of youth activism is not just a passing trend, it is a testament to the profound impact that authentic leadership can have on a generation hungry for change. Traore's willingness to challenge the status quo, to champion the interests of his people, and chart a new course for Burkina Faso has emboldened countless young Africans to do the same in their own spheres of influence. The road ahead for Burkina Faso and Africa remains fraught with challenges. Yet, the energy, idealism, and unwavering commitment of its youth, spurred on by leaders like Ibrahim Traore, offer a glimmer of hope for a brighter future. It is a future where the continent's vast potential is fully realized, where its people are empowered to shape their own destiny, and where the echoes of colonialism are replaced by the chorus of a confident, self-reliant, and united Africa. Since taking power in 2022, Captain Ibrahim Traore represents a new era for Burkina Faso, marked by bold reforms and a desire to strengthen national sovereignty. His rise to power, after 2 coups in 1 year, has brought hope to a large part of the population, especially among young people, eager to see real change in their country. Ibrahim Traore recognized that real progress depends on citizens' ability to actively participate in their nation's development. This is possible through knowledge, skills, and opportunities. He understood that investing in human capital, especially in education and healthcare, wasn't just the right thing to do, but a strategic necessity to unlock Burkina Faso's vast potential. Under his leadership, the government launched an ambitious program to expand access to quality education, especially in rural areas where literacy rates lagged behind those in urban centers. New schools were built, teacher training programs were implemented, and school curriculums were updated to better meet the needs of a 21st century workforce. Recognizing that a healthy population is essential for national productivity, Traore also prioritized improving the healthcare system. He increased funding for hospitals and clinics, especially in underserved communities, and worked to attract and retain qualified medical professionals. Initiatives were launched to combat preventable diseases, improve maternal and child health, and raise public awareness about public health issues. Traore's commitment to investing in human capital wasn't just about allocating resources, it reflected a deep belief in the transformative power of education and healthcare. He understood that by empowering individuals with knowledge, skills, and access to quality healthcare, Burkina Faso could break the cycle of poverty, unleash the creativity and ingenuity of its people, and build a better future for generations to come. While recognizing the importance of outside partnerships, Ibrahim Traore believed that Burkina Faso's economic future wasn't about depending on foreign aid or digging up raw materials, but about using its own resources and the entrepreneurial spirit of its people. He envisioned a diverse economy that would create jobs, reduce poverty, and make Burkina Faso a competitive player on the world stage. At the heart of this vision was a focus on revitalizing the agricultural sector, which employed a large part of the population, but had long been held back by low productivity and vulnerability to climate change. Traore's government implemented policies to support small-scale farmers, giving them access to better seeds, fertilizers, and training on sustainable farming practices. Aware of the limits of relying only on traditional industries, Traore also encouraged the development of new sectors with high growth potential. This included promoting renewable energy sources like solar and wind power, both to meet the country's energy needs and to attract foreign investment in green technologies. He also sought to diversify Burkina Faso's exports beyond raw materials by encouraging the growth of light manufacturing, food processing, and the tech sector. Traore's economic policies weren't based on abstract theories, but on a practical understanding of Burkina Faso's unique strengths and challenges. By focusing on sectors where the country had a competitive edge, investing in its human capital, and creating a good environment for businesses to grow, he aimed to unlock Burkina Faso's economic potential and create a more prosperous and equitable society. Ibrahim Traore's leadership in Burkina Faso is being closely watched across the continent. not only for its potential to change the lives of the Burkinabe people, but also for its broader implications for the future of Africa. His bold stance against neo-colonialism, his commitment to Pan-African unity, and his practical approach to tackling complex challenges have had repercussions far beyond his country's borders. Traore's example has encouraged other young leaders and activists across Africa who are challenging the status quo and demanding better governance, greater accountability, and a fairer distribution of power and resources. His success in implementing meaningful reforms in Burkina Faso, despite significant obstacles, has shown that change is possible, even in contexts often characterized by inertia and resistance to progress. The true measure of Traore's legacy will not be found solely in the policies he implements or in the projects he oversees, but in the lasting impact he has on the hearts and minds of a generation. By embodying the values of integrity, service, and a deep belief in the potential of Africa and its people, he has inspired countless people to believe that a different kind of future is possible. A future where the continent is no longer defined by its past, but by its limitless possibilities. The road to a more just, more prosperous, and more self-reliant Africa will be long and arduous, but with leaders like Ibrahim Traoré at the helm, the destination seems closer than ever. His leadership powerfully reminds us that true transformation requires not only vision but also courage. Not only words but also action, and not only hope, but also the unwavering conviction that a better world is within reach. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's story is far from over. It's a story still being written, a tapestry woven with threads of resilience, determination, and an unshakable belief in the power of a united and self-reliant Africa. His journey, from a young officer deeply touched by the plight of his people to a national leader challenging the status quo, embodies the aspirations of a continent eager for change. Traoré's leadership goes beyond politics. It speaks to a deeper yearning for authentic representation, for leaders who understand the hopes, dreams, and frustrations of everyday people. His commitment to Pan-Africanism, his rejection of neo-colonial structures, and his unwavering faith in the potential of African youth resonate deeply with the generation eager to claim its rightful place on the world stage. The reforms he has implemented in Burkina Faso, though still in their early stages, offer a glimmer of hope, a testament to the transformative power of visionary leadership. His emphasis on investing in human capital, promoting economic empowerment, and prioritizing good governance provides a roadmap for other African nations seeking to chart a new course, one defined by progress, fairness, and true self-determination. While the road ahead for Burkina Faso and Africa remains fraught with challenges, the emergence of leaders like Ibrahim Traoré offers a powerful antidote to despair. His story serves as a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of courage, conviction, and the unwavering belief that a better future is within reach. As we think about Captain Ibrahim Traoré's leadership and how he's inspired young Africans, we have to ask ourselves, what part can each of us play in shaping the future of this vibrant continent? The challenges Africa faces are complex and varied. Overcoming them will take everyone working together across national borders, political viewpoints, and economic differences. Young people in Africa are full of energy, idealism, and a deep desire for a better future. They are a powerful force for change. Their voices, amplified by our digitally connected world, can change the conversation, challenge outdated systems, and hold leaders accountable. Creating a fairer, more successful, and more equal Africa demands active participation, not just watching from the sidelines. We need to challenge our own biases, learn about the continent's complexities, and support initiatives that empower and uplift African communities. Whether it's supporting organizations working on the ground, advocating for policies that promote sustainable development, or simply amplifying the voices of African changemakers, every action, no matter how small, contributes to building a better future for Africa. Let's be inspired by leaders like Captain Ibrahim Traoré, embrace the spirit of Pan-Africanism, and work together to create a world where the dreams of Africa's youth are not just hopes, but a vibrant reality. Like this video, if you believe in the power of Africa's youth, share it to spread awareness and inspire action. Subscribe for more content about African leaders and the continent's journey toward progress.